Okay guys, welcome. So I'm down in the workshop and today I'm going to try and tackle a job that I've been meaning to do for weeks, and it's the dreaded Speedo failure. So if you've been following the channel for any length of time, you'll know that I bought this scoot with about 4,000 miles on it. The Speedo was working perfectly. Now on these early Royal Alloys, the 2018/2019 models, the GT125, they had a problem with the Speedo packing in, and it was quite a common problem. I think they've rectified it on the older models. Now when I bought this, the Speedo was fine. Done about 4,000 miles on it, perfectly fine, and then it started to play up, and I think it was after I took the wheels off to change the tyres for white walls, okay? And I've got a sneaky feeling that the sensor that you put back on the front wheel is either positioned incorrectly, or it's got some dirt in it of some kind, or the cable is kinked. One of those three things. So what I'm going to do today to try and sort it out is just undo the front wheel, drop it down, take it off, have a quick look, see if there's anything obvious there, okay? Because the rest of the display, if you like, is working, okay? So the odometer's working, and the fuel gauge is working, and all the other bits and pieces. So it's just literally the Speedo is getting a false, inaccurate reading. And I first noticed it after I replaced the white wall tyres. It was okay for a few weeks, and then it started to go a little bit awry. And now it's all over the place. It's very erratic. But sometimes it will hold the speed, and it will give you a true speed reading. Very smooth, and then sometimes it will jump from 35 mile an hour to 110 mile an hour, and then back down to 2 and back up to 80. So it's literally all over the show, but not all of the time, which makes me think that it's something that is quite easily rectifiable. So let's get the front wheel off, let's have a look and see if it makes any difference. Okay guys, so I've got the impact wrench, 17mm hardened socket on the end. Just going to try and undo the nut on this side, and hopefully that little swing arm will move enough to enable me to take off the sensor and have a look. So let's give it a go. Do I need to hold the other side? Probably. Yeah, I need to hold the other side. There we go. Almost do that by hand now. So what I'm going to do is just lift it, drop the wheel down so we can shift that arm there, and then we'll be able to slide that off, that sensor. Okay. Position that in the right place. We should be good. There we go. Easy. All the way up. Not so any mishaps. So now the front end is lifted, the front wheel has dropped down, which is great, and I can just slide that off. Look. Bring the camera in so you can see this. Flip it round. So there is your sensor. And I think that this is the problem, right? So I'm just going to tease that off there a little bit. Just see if we can see anything obvious in there. No, the cable there, you see that? Just pivot the cable around. It'll slide off. The cable was just trapped behind the... So, there we have it. So I'm going to have a good look in there, have a little wipe down, see if there's anything obvious there. Can't see anything. Obviously contacts there. You've got to make sure those little electrical contacts are connected to those ports there, and I'm wondering if that was the problem. So let me have a quick tinker with that, and we'll come back to it. So you'll see here, there, okay, so this plastic insert sits inside there, and on the back of there you've got 4 contacts, and I'm wondering if it's because they're oily or greasy, or maybe they're not sitting right in there. So I'm just going to give that a little clean up, see if that helps. Well, you can see there's a little bit of crud, bit of grease. Now, is that meant to be there to help it rotate freely? I'm going to give it a clean anyway, see what happens. So you can see from these stills, I just used a dry wipe, pushed it in there with the screwdriver, wiped it around, and it did bring out a fair amount of crud and dirt. And there's the cleaned up plastic with the contacts on there that fits inside, so a lot cleaner. So guys, different angle now, but you see this? So I've cleaned it all up, but check this out, the plastic insert that goes in there, those contacts on the back, they're magnets. So there's a very strong magnetic pull there, you see, and that seats in there, magnets going in first, and it sits right inside. Push it all the way in. Now I'm going to flip the camera around again. On the hub there, you've got a little, see there, you've got like 2 little metal contacts that come out, and that has to seat correctly on there. So I think if we get that, we've cleaned it up, we'll pop it back on and we'll see how it goes. So, just been for a quick spin, and really pleased to report that everything is now working perfectly. The Speedo is back to normal, perfect reading on the Speedo. You know, the dial goes up as you accelerate, decreases very smoothly, no problems at all. It's not erratic, it's not jumping around. So if you've had the same problem on one of these early Royal Alloys 2018/19, and you've had the same problem with the round Speedo, then maybe try what I did. Okay, just take off the sensor, give it a clean, check there's no kinks in the cable, and make sure it's positioned correctly. One of those 3 things was causing the problem, but now it's sorted. Hope people find this useful, and guys, don't forget to subscribe to the video if you like it. Alright, cheers.